في ديسمبر 2021 وصلت مطار شارلوت بأمريكا. مع السعادة اللي كانت في قلبي كان أيضا كتير من القلق والخوف على ما كنت انتظره. So I will translate. December 20, I arrived to Charlotte Airport in America, in the US. With all the happiness I had in my heart, I also had a lot of fear and worry about what I was waiting for. I'm Rehab, a PhD student at UNCC. I grew up in a small town in Egypt that was close to Cairo. It was like peaceful, quiet, just full of farms and green areas everywhere. In most of the small towns in Egypt, people live in a family house. So I grew up in a family house. I grew up with my uncles and aunts and my cousins. We all lived in the same house. This is one of the things I really love, and I think this added to my personality a lot, growing up in such a safe and warm environment. Even here, my apartment, I love gathering my friends and be like, okay, let's all have breakfast together, because this is how I grew up. I grew up in my family house. On weekend, we wake up in the morning with like 20% at the breakfast table, and we all eat together. I think this is one of the things I really got from being an Egyptian, or like having my whole family around me. They always there. So this is what I always miss, but I still have it. I still have it somehow because it's just in me. First semester of my undergrad was really, really stressful. All my study in school, like in elementary, middle, high school, it was in Arabic, and then I went to the engineering school, everything is in English. And I'm like, I have no idea what should I do now. And I remember in my first classes, people start to ask questions, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. Now it's funny, but at the time it was painful because I was solving a specific math problem, and I was struggling a lot with it. And then I went to the TA, and I'm like, I cannot, like, I don't know what's the problem. And we ended up figuring out the problem. I'm thinking from right to left because this is Arabic, but the problem was from left to right because it's English. I remember when I just got out of the plane in Charlotte, and I'm like, no one speaks Arabic here. I was so stressed that I'm not gonna be able to talk, or like I'm not gonna be able to understand what people say. The struggle was really big when I started school and I started taking courses. I started like in a completely new field from my undergrad. I was struggling a lot with understanding the language and understanding the material. What should I focus on? Like sometimes the professor gives a joke and I see everyone laughing, but I don't get it. Like I don't understand. It's even because of the language or because of the culture itself. I feel it's all about time. So I didn't get panicked because I was like, it needs time. I always believe you will never get something big until you do something big. This is what I always follow in my life until now. I feel like taking risks is something good. Like sometimes you need to take a risk in your life, you need to change something. If I'm really talking to students like they should go out of your comfort zone, I had the option to just stay home and have a job. It would be okay. I would be more safe because I have all my family. It would be more comfortable than whatever I'm in now, but by time, like it gets easier and gets like, you know, it worth it. I would say really like just take the risk, it's worth it. Should I talk? What do you mean? Yeah. Okay, what should I say? I can just, as I said. Okay, I can just continue explaining what I was explaining. Keep the tree of the family lucky.
What if you don't remember? Are you?
No, I don't remember.
What if you're like, you know, someone gave you away and you don't know? This is such a random question. Sorry.
I actually don't know. I'm 25 years old now.
Pretty good.
In February I'll be 26, but I'm always 25 until the night before my birthday.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have questions on that. It's gonna go to a lot of details.
So.
What questions? Okay. I couldn't do it more.